Hey everyone, and welcome to Wilecurity. I'll be showing you on how to detect WAF using the automatic method. That's the part 2 of this of detecting a web application firewall. In our last video, we did manual method with checking headers and checking response using payload to check if there is an available web application firewall. But this video is going to be showing you on how to detect it using normal tool, your cybersecurity tool, to detect if there is a firewall on that particular IP, on that particular domain, or on that particular server. So the first method we are going to be using to detect WAF, we are going to be using WafWolf. So WafWolf is a cybersecurity tool. It is a pen testing tool that we can use to detect a web application file. You can see it's WafWolf, so web application firewall. So you can download it on GitHub. You can see if you just search on GitHub, you can be able to see. You can just type WafWolf and make sure you type this 0 as the number 0 at 0. So in order for you to get the appropriate one, and the owner is Enable Security. That's the owner of the project. So if we scroll down, you can see WafWolf. I think WafWolf is already installed in Kali already. It comes with Kali, but there are some operating system like Ubuntu, normal Ubuntu. WafWolf does not come with it, so you can install WafWolf directly from here. So you can clone it in the GitHub repo from here, or you can just type it might be in the apt repository, just sudo apt get install WafWolf. So you can see to do this magic, how does it work? Send a normal HTTP request and analyze the response. This identifies a number of WAF solutions. So it has number of WAF solution with it already. So it has like Cloudflare, a lot of web application firewall with it already. So if we scroll down, you can see here ACME, ASP firewall, Recon, Airlock. So if it does a Recon, it's going to, if any response from here, from that particular domain, I start match with any firewall that I say. So it's going to identify it that, okay, it's come from Airlock, or it's come from AppWall, or it come from Approach Firewall, all those things. So WAF name and manufacturer. So let's go back to this. If that is not successful, it sends a number of potentially malicious HTTP requests and using simple logic to deduce which web application firewall it is. So 3, if that is also not successful, it analyzes the response previously returned and use another simple algorithm to guess if a WAF or security solution is actively responding to our attack. So you can, for further details, you can check out the source code on the main repo. So to install it, you just have to clone. I think it already shows a guide on how to install. So you can install via Docker, or you can install using Python. You can install on your Windows. So far, you have Python on your Windows. You can install directly on your Windows. You can use your Windows to check for firewall. Just have to clone it, then go into the directory, then run all this pip install WafWolf, Python and pip install WafWolf. So you can install via Docker also, Docker build. You can install Docker on your system using sudo apt get install docker.io. Then you write this Docker build WafWolf, then Docker run, then WafWolf, then the domain name. So this is WafWolf. So I'm going to, I have a I don't want to use anyone domain to check for firewall, but I'm going to use my own server. I'm going to use my server to check if there's a firewall attached, the web application firewall attached to my server. So this is Metasploitable, a Metasploitable server, which is a vulnerable server. So I can just type my if config again to see I have an IP address of 140. Let's assume 192.168.1.140 the domain name. So you can either type a domain name or an IP address. So I'm going to go back to my Kali and I'll come here. On your Kali, you have WafWolf already installed. If you type WafWolf, you can see here, we have WafWolf already installed. So if you want to activate WafWolf, so increase this. So I'm going to just type WafWolf and see WafWolf, then the domain name. So I'm going to type my HTTP because it's under HTTP protocol. Then 192.168.1.140. Then it's going to start checking. Now you can see that here it said no WAF detected. I don't have a WAF. A WAF is not protecting my server, so it told me no WAF detected. But if there is a site where there is WAF like Cloudflare, it will tell you that protected WAF detected. Then the manufacturer Cloudflare. So that's how it's identified. So you can see through this method, it uses all these methods to check if there is a firewall. You can read more and elaborate more on this kind of method it uses. So here it said no WAF detected. So there is another tool called Nmap. So we can use Nmap also to detect firewall, but mostly people don't use Nmap to detect firewall. They either use other tools to detect firewall. But Nmap also, it's good. It's good to try so many tools, because there are some tools that might bring false positive. So it's good you try a lot of tools. You don't just depend on one tool. So I'm going to just scroll down. You can see the command. Just run your Nmap, the script, HTTP WAF fingerprints, then you type the target name. Then you can see a sample. It detected WAF. You can see detected the Web Application Firewall on port 80. So that's it for Nmap. So there's another tool called WhatWaf WhatWaf. So WhatWaf is used for detecting firewall also, and also used for is used to bypass web application firewall and protection system. So yeah, to install WhatWaf is on GitHub, doesn't come pre-installed, is on GitHub. You can search for WhatWaf. So WhatWaf is used to bypass web application firewall and also detect. So it was made by Equitel Tech. So now WhatWaf is an advanced firewall detection tool whose goals is to give you the idea of there is a WAF. WhatWaf works by detecting a firewall on a web application and attempting to detect a bypass or two for said firewall on the specific target. Now, any issue that is not newest version of WhatWaf goes during this. Okay, just leave this. Then now, for the installation is not here. But if you want to look for how to install the WhatWaf and how to use it, you can see, if you check here, installing WhatWaf, you can I'll just click on open new tab. So to come here, so you can see here installation and also on how to run it. But I'm going to run it normal using my own method to run it. So I'm going to install WhatWaf by first git cloning the repo. So I think the git clone repo is here. I don't need to go back. Come here, then go to your terminal. Let me split my terminal into two. Okay, let me increase it. Then I'm going to, I have WhatWaf installed already, so I'm going to just cd into my WhatWaf. So then I list it. Then this is what's inside the WhatWaf directory. Then I'm going to first run this setup.py, or I can just type my WhatWaf. Let me just type my WhatWaf, or I'll just type -this, then WhatWaf, then -l. Okay, so if I just type WhatWaf is there already. Just follow my step on how to use it. So just run this command. So then -h for help. You can see help. then -u, that the URL, and there are some other arguments you can use to get what you want. The details are already there, so depend on what you are looking for. So I'm going to just run simple one, http, then dash WhatWaf WafW00f. Let me clear this so it's be so that's WhatWaf, then -u. Then I'm going to type my the server URL, http. You can type it domain name, so http dash / then 192.168.1.140. Then now it's going to start scanning. I think it's 1.140. Yes, 140. It's going to start scanning. Wait for it. It's supposed to not take. Oh, that's all. Let me try to ping the. Okay. Okay, now it's here. You can see firewall detected, protection required by Apache generic. Now, Apache generic, the Apache generic is already installed on that. You can see it's telling you it's an advanced web. It detects. If I come here, you can see it comes to this place and come here. Advanced firewall detection. So that's why WafW was not able to detect Apache generic. Yeah, but WhatWaf was able to identify that, okay, there's Apache generic running, you understand, on this particular server. Then you can see detected website protection identified as Apache generic. Then it doesn't need to do anything else. It just try to detect, then it may run bypass, then no valid bypass discovered with provided payload. It has some payload installed there. It has some payload that comes with it to bypass firewall. But if you are doing it for a particular domain, it might take a while for the bypass. So many other things. So there are also many tools you can find on GitHub. You can create tool using Python on your own to detect web application firewall. So as a good pen tester, you can create tool, but as a junior pen tester, or you are just a beginner, you can try to use all these tools to detect if there is a web application firewall, and don't rely on one particular tool to use to detect firewall. So you can try as many as you want, because there are some tools that brings false positive. Understand? So that is it for detection of web application firewall. So thank you very much.